Hi, everyone. My name is Alan Porter. I'm the owner of Strategic Wealth Strategies. You may have seen some of my clips on Facebook and LinkedIn or YouTube, but this is just another one that I want to make sure people are aware of. And I call it the fears and dangers of the 401k or any type of qualified plan. Now, I prepared a PowerPoint presentation. If you bear with me, I'll bring it up real quick. So let's go ahead and start this from the beginning. Like I said, this is about your 401k and the problems with it. Do you realize that there are many dangers that are in the 401k that you don't realize that there are, and people need to be educated about it? Also, the 401, 403b, 457, or any type of qualified plan. Why do you contribute to a 401k? I ask this question to my clients all the time. Well, they first tell me that it's a tax deduction. Well, I tell them immediately it's not a tax deduction, it's a tax compounder. Because we're in the lowest tax rates we've been in 70 years. We have a $31 trillion deficit. And if you think taxes are going to be lower in the future, I've got another thing coming for you. And understand this, 60% of Americans don't even pay income tax. So those 60% are getting a tax deduction for nothing. Did you know how much the fees are in your 401k? And this is absolutely scary. Now, this is a study by Laptime Toms. It was published in Forbes magazine. The average fee for a 401k across the board is 2.88%. And a 1% fee over a 30-year period will reduce a person's income by over 1/3. Do you know what you're investing in? Most people have never invested in their life before. You've got this plethora of things you want to invest in. They ask you, are you conservative? Are you moderate? Are you aggressive? You don't even know what you're investing in. Has your financial advisor ever told you about the sequence of returns risk? And why not if he hasn't? Well, the sequence of returns risk, not many people know about it. And the people I've talked to, their financial advisors have never told them about it. If you have a market loss in the first 3 years before you retire until the last 3 years after you retire in that first part, as compared to the last 3 years, a 10-year period, you don't have time to recover. And your retirement is going to be decimated. You'll probably be out of money by the 7th or 8th year. Because the problem is you're taking money out of a depleting asset and you're not putting any money back in. But if it's in the last 3 years of a 10-year period, you supposedly would be fine. Do you have enough money in your retirement funds to protect you from the number one risk in retirement is running out of money before you run out of life? Now, I can protect my clients from that, but realize this. Think about people that go to sleep at night and their stock portfolio is running low and they're perfectly healthy and they look to their spouse. What are we going to do if we run out of money? I don't want to live with the kids, and I know you don't. What are we going to do? That's a question people need to ask themselves. Did you know that you can share your retirement? You can share your house, you can share your car. Why don't you insure your retirement? I can show you how to do this. Have you considered the exorbitant cost of long-term care? I've had many people tell me, well, Alan, I'm never going to need long-term care. Well, I got news for you. 70% of all Americans are going to need long-term care at some point in their life. Now, I'm 70 years old. My brother is 75, and I had to go back to Nebraska, where I'm originally from. I live in North Carolina now, and put him in a nursing home. And that's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, is to have to put one of your loved ones in a nursing home. The state patrol called his daughter and said, you need to come pick your father up. He's disoriented, doesn't know what he's doing. They caught him going down the interstate in the wrong direction against traffic. He's lucky he didn't kill himself or kill family. But, 40% of all Americans on long-term care right now are between the ages of 18 and 64. And this is an age lapse study by Dr. Korsky at MIT University. If you're age 65 and married, there is a 75% chance of you or your spouse contacting Alzheimer's, dementia, or Parkinson's. Now, my brother's in a nursing home. He's not too far gone on Alzheimer's right now. But I just had one of my friends. All three of them are 5 years older than me. He died last summer of Alzheimer's. I've got another one that has Alzheimer's. He doesn't know himself or his family. And the third one has dementia. He doesn't know himself or his family, and both of them are just draining their families of all their money. Do you want your child to have to take care of you in your old age? Well, I sure don't, and I don't know of any parent who would want that. Would you rather live in your home or a nursing home if you do need long-term care? Well, I know my brother would much rather live in his own home than a nursing home. He's miserable with it. He has no privacy. They have a key to his room. He has no privacy whatsoever. They come in anytime they want to. But think about that. I know myself, I'd much rather live in my home, paid for by tax-free money that I can get with the products that I promote, than live in a nursing home. The atrocities at some nursing homes are absolutely unbelievable. Do retirement funds cost further taxation of your Social Security? Now, this is very important, whether you think so or not, because I don't think you've ever thought about this. You know, if you're married at age 65 and you make $44,000 a year outside provisional income, such as a stock portfolio, a 401k, or a pension, 85, and you get $3,000 a month of Social Security, 85% of your Social Security is going to be taxed. And we have a progressive tax system. What that does, it puts you in the 12% minimum tax bracket. I think it's 10.13 effective tax bracket. Provided taxes don't go up, you're writing a check to Uncle Sam for over $6,000 every year for the rest of your life. And that's just provided taxes don't go up. What about the means testing for Medicare Part B? Now understand this, I'm retired military. And when I turned 65, I had to go file for Medicare. And I'm supposed to have TRICARE for life. And they're supposed to, take care of my health care for the rest of my life. But because the means testing for Medicare Part B goes off adjusted gross income, I have to pay $6,000 a year just for my health care, something I wasn't planning on. Are you worried about market risk? Well, you better be, because I call it the stock market desert. You remember back in 2000, 2009, the lost decade? The stock market lost 4% in that 10-year period. Would you like to how'd your retirement back then? You'd probably be out of money right now, even if it lasted this long. But there's one of the most successful companies, one of the richest companies in the world that haven't recovered from a market loss 33 years ago. That country's Japan. These stock market deserts, as I call them, they can last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Are you willing to risk that? Did you know that you can protect yourself from market risk and many other risks in retirement? Understand, I can recall 18 risks right off the top of my head in retirement, and I protect my clients from many of these risks. It's all a matter of education and putting a plan into action. If you don't have a plan, you better start one. And if you do have a plan, you better improve on it. Do you think taxes are going up or down? Like I said before, taxes are at the lowest rates they've been in 70 years, and with a $31 trillion deficit and going up, what do you think taxes are going to do? And if you said they wouldn't, let me ask you this question. Do you want to pay those taxes? Did you know that you can protect yourself from the taxation of your retirement plans? This is always a good one. People don't understand this either. How much do you need to gain in the market after a 50% loss? Do you realize that you have to gain 100% just to get back to even? Now, like the market 2008, when it crashed, it didn't get back till the fall of 2015. But a 50% loss, it will take you 100% gain just to get back to even. Do you have enough time to recover from a stock market loss when you're getting close to retirement? I've explained this before in the sequence returns risk. You can't, if you're having a stock market for your portfolio, and that's what your main source of retirement is, this is a risk that I try to keep people from. Now, I want you to have a diversified portfolio, but let's not do the 60% stock, 40% bonds, and maybe 20% stock and 40 or 80% something else. But you need to reallocate your assets. Were you aware that you only need 2/3 of a certain asset to give you the same distribution rate of money at a 4% distribution rate of a stock portfolio, and only 1/2 for a 3% distribution rate? Perfect example. You got $1 million in a stock portfolio at a 4% distribution rate, and they used to say that's a good distribution rate to last until age 90. Well, guess what? That's got a 25 to 35% chance of failure. Now that distribution rate is down to 2.8%. But let's say it is the $40,000 a year. You'd only need $650,000 in a product that I recommend to give you the same $40,000 a year for the rest of your life. And if it's a 3% distribution rate, $30,000, you'd only need half that. Are you aware of the possibility of have guaranteed income in your retirement? I show people how to have guaranteed income. You know, most financial planners have their plans go to age 90. Well, my plans go to 120, age 120. Do you realize it's not about the rate of return in retirement, but the distribution of assets? And the older you get, the higher the distribution rate. Now, understand this. I have people, when I sell my products, they ask me, well, what's the rate of return? I said, well, how long do you want to live? Because the older you get, the higher the rate of return you get. And the distribution rate and the products that I promote are going to give you a much, much higher. I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say that you have $1 million in a stock portfolio and you have a 6% return of investment for 5 years net of fees. That stock portfolio will be approximately $1,388,000 and some dollars. At a 4% distribution rate, I believe it's 53 or 57, I can't recall right off the top of my head. But if you put your money in a product that I promote, and I have myself, that with no guarantee, I mean, with no gain in the indexing strategy, only guarantees of the insurance company, you're going to get guaranteed income of $81,989, and that's guaranteed for life. You can't do that with a stock portfolio. You can't guarantee anything in a stock portfolio. Does your financial advisor make a fee on your portfolio whether you make money or not? Understand, that's the way they've done business for years. I used to do assets under management, but I have a conflict of interest. I don't like charging a client a fee on a stock portfolio, whether they make money or not. Now, if a client of mine wants to do stocks, that's fine. I have a team of people that will do that. But I also have a team of people, top CPAs, tax-specific attorneys, and other specialists in their fields to come up with solutions for people's financial problems. You know, I tell people, let's say I'm your medical doctor, and I come to you and say, you need knee surgery. Are you going to want me to do it or an orthopedic surgeon? Well, you're going to want the orthopedic surgeon. He's a specialist, and that's what I have on my team. If this is true, and they were looking out for your best interest or the best interest of themselves or the company, I'm talking about charging a fee. Aren't they supposed to act in the best interest of the clients if they call themselves a fiduciary? And understand this, I'm a certified financial fiduciary. I've gone through the courses, I passed the test, I have the certification. There are many more questions that I ask my clients. It's question after question. Because if these questions aren't answered, what I want to know is what's in your heart and mind, what you want to accomplish in life. And if these questions aren't answered, and I do some type of feasibility study or some financial plan, it would be malpractice as far as I'm concerned. If you had always thought that something was true and then it found out it wasn't true, when would you want to hear about it? If any of these questions have bothered you or you need an answer, I want you to think outside the box. You can contact me because I can solve many, many of these problems that majority of your financial planners, CPAs, and attorneys know nothing about. You can call me at 910-551-1046. There's my 2 websites. What I do is I show people how to reduce or eliminate both debt and taxes and provide them more spendable income in their life. And here's my email account, Strategic Wealth, the number 0@gmail.com. Now, I want to thank you for watching this short video, but I'm here to help you. I want you to take action now and not later, because it may be too late. But again, thank you for attending this, and I hope you give me a call. Have a great day.